once you have it, you're like an oncologist at the situation, and then no one cares outside of, oh, you had cancer, because that's all I care about. Did you lose your hair? Yep.
I'm Olivia and I'm here talking with Tim Myszenski. So tell me a little about your freshman year.
My freshman year, I was involved with baseball, student council, 3.6 GPA. Everything was going well.
But you found out some news that summer that changed your life in an aspect.
Yes, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma stage 2. Shocking news at first, because I've always been an athletic kid. I played sports my entire life growing up. Never had any problems with medical issues. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Actually, during that summer, I was playing 3 different baseball leagues at the time, and I was getting real tired a lot. And actually, I ended up getting a cough one day, and the side of my neck started swelling. So my mom said that, well, we'll take him to the doctors just to make sure everything's going well and check it out. And they saw a couple things that they didn't really like. I got called in later that day to go to the oncology department, and within a few days, they were running biopsies and everything they could. And I was diagnosed August 9th of 2009 with Hodgkin's lymphoma.
How was that affecting your family and yourself?
At the time, it was shocking. I'm an only child, so to my mom, it was devastating. To me, I was completely blown away because nothing had ever happened to me outside of a runny nose. I never had any medical issues my entire life. So something like that really caught me off guard. It took a lot of us coming together to be able to get through something.
What were some of the treatments you went through?
I went through chemo and radiation treatment. I had 4 cycles of chemo and month-long radiation treatments. The chemo is basically a fancy name that they give for a bunch of liquid medications that they give you through an IV. I had a Metaport inserted into the middle of my chest where they would give me my IV and they would give me the chemo. It was normally a 3-day-long process. I would get in there on a Monday and I would have to stay in the hospital for about 48 hours while they administered the medications. And then they would keep me a day just to make sure that I didn't get too sick. And then I was allowed to go home for about a week, and I would go back in for an outpatient day. And then there was about a week of being a normal-ish kid.
You say normal kid, now how did your friends treat you? Was it any different?
They didn't treat me any differently, but it was a lot harder to see them. For kids that are going through chemo, they generally like to keep them away from any outside viruses or anything that can get them any sicker than they are. So there's a lot of times where I was just bubbled. So it was really hard for me to get outside of my house, even to go to the movies, let alone go play with my friends who were very active teenagers at the time that wanted to play sports, basketball, and just cause mayhem around the city.
What was it like just to have to sit at home?
I got really good at Call of Duty and Madden. I spent a lot of time with my friends on Xbox. The first month, it was really nice and relaxing because what kid doesn't want to just sit at home, their mom making pizza rolls all the time and just play video games? But after a little while, it started to get real lonely, real sad. I had a couple of really close friends that stayed by me through all of it.
Now you say your mom made you pizza rolls and that kind of stuff and you chilled at home. Did you have any real bad side effects?
My chemo went very well compared to others. I didn't get sick very often. I never actually threw up while going through chemo, which is very rare. I was one of the few patients that they've ever seen that's gained weight during the treatments. And all in all, I mean, my experience was very well compared to others. So I was very thankful for that.
Now, what would be some advice that you'd give to somebody who is going through the cancer treatment now?
You have to take it day by day. If you look down the road, it's going to be a very long, bumpy road. There's a lot of things that you're going to have to go through, not only while you're going through treatment, but when you're done. If you look at that, it'll overwhelm you. You just have to take it day by day.
How has it changed you now that you're through the treatment and you're completely done being treated, right?
Yes. Currently, I only go for a couple of checkups a year, every 6 months. It's changed my outlook by making me live more for the moment and maybe not stress all the time over small things. I'm looking forward to the future and accomplishing a lot of important goals to myself. At the same time, trying to keep it on a stress level that everything isn't the end of the world.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.